Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Kill Count, and tonight I want to get out of the water again because we got a shark. Not just any shark, we got the Megalodon. Yeah, we're checking out the 2018 film, The Meg. We actually did a how to beat on that one, so you know what to expect, but I'm not too sure about the body count. So let James do his job and learn some more details about the Meg. See what it does when Jason Strahan goes against the Megalodon. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. This is actually Jason's first time on the Kill Count. No?
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally
Hey,
up the
James.
victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at The Meg, released in 2018. The Meg follows a group of scientists who discover a living Megalodon, a 75-foot prehistoric shark that
75.
honestly has super weak loot drops. The Meg is a big ol' blockbuster B-movie that moves just as fast as its star attraction. It may be more action-y than our usual Kill Count fare, but it's adjacent enough to horror for me to include. Oh hey, adjacent, like Statham. Plus, it's
Yeah,
a
Jason
descendant
Statham.
of the ultimate creature feature, so it's kind of a legacy. The Meg is a co-production between the US and China, which is why it has Chinese and Taiwanese movie stars like Li Bingbing and Winston Chow. In fact, next to the giant shark, the Meg's biggest
triple
draw
threat.
is its giant cast, which includes office workers, avatars, and a handful of superheroes. They take the movie seriously, despite its campy script, and elevate simple characters into likable, funny people. Plus, they're led by Jason Statham, who's fucking awesome, and as
Amen,
Spy
Statham.
proved, can be absolutely hilarious even in an action role.
And proceeding to the enormous killer shark.
I love how he manages to be a cocky badass who never dips into outright assholery. Maybe I just love this movie because my favorite games are Sea of Thieves and
jeez.
Subnautica. But the Meg also fulfills its premise 100%. Remember when Jaws 3D took place at SeaWorld, which sounded
Yeah.
cool, but wound up being this? This
Yeah,
movie
Stone
delivers
Cold
on
Steve
all the
Sharkster.
action you'd expect, with amazing digital effects for the shark and underwater scenery. And thanks to those effects, all the action is
Oh,
clear.
yeah, they
and
actually
easy
do
to
have a
follow,
sequel coming
even
out
when it's
soon.
underwater. It's a successful version of
Ooh.
those shitty sci-fi channel movies that always disappointed. It makes sense, coming from director John
Yeah, sure.
Turteltaub, whose mainstream successes
Cool
span
Runnings,
from
Three
Three
Ninjas.
Ninjas and Cool Runnings to the National Treasure duology. I understand if the
Nice.
humor doesn't work for you, or if you think it's too dumb to enjoy, but I think it's just dumb enough
wrong?
to love. Will this blockbusting beast
James, are you there? James, come in. Are you there?
Zoran?
Come
Is
in,
that you?
Zoran. What's going
I
on?
haven't seen you since the whole, licking thing.
Yeah, there's no time for
What the
that
hell?
right now. It's an emergency. I need your help.
All
Where
right,
at?
buddy. I'll be right there.
Zorn, I thought you retired, man. What do you need?
No, I didn't retire. That was a forced retirement for the licking incident. But no, I need you to pay for my drink out of my
Really?
wallet.
Your emergency is that you forgot your wallet?
Well,
No, it's not that I forgot my wallet. I just don't have room with all these retirement essentials. For example, I've got this and this. I got
Mom,
this.
what?
This.
Fortnite?
These are fun. Those are
Why?
fun. Put those there.
Oh, it's for your pockets.
See?
Martini.
No room.
A dagger?
Sounds like what
Really?
you need is today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet. It's a tough, compact
Ridge.
wallet that holds up to 12 cards plus cash in a design way slimmer than those old school wallets. Plus, it has built-in RFID
Again, I really gotta
blocking
get
to
that
protect from digital pickpocketers.
I mean,
I know
it's
my
super
next
cool,
wallet.
but I don't know if metal's my style.
Oh, no worries, because Ridge actually comes in a ton of style options, ranging from simple colors to unique prints. Plus, they have an all-new full-grain leather wallet. It's not just about the wallet, though. They also have key cases that can hold up to 6 keys, and you can save 30% by bundling a wallet and key case together.
Well, this really seems like the answer to all my problems.
I can't recommend it enough. Plus, with 50,000 5-star reviews, I'm definitely not the only one who thinks they're awesome.
That's true. I actually started using Ridge after backing their Kickstarter in 2013, and I've gotten so many compliments on it.
See? And Ridge is so confident in their products that they'll let you test one for 99 days with a money-back guarantee if you don't like it.
Say no more.
Sweet.
I'm sold.
Perfect. Glad I could help you out there, bud.
You
What a great
didn't pay.
guy.
You still have to pay for this drink.
Mother.
You can support the channel and get 10%
Always
off
make
your
sure he
own
pays
Ridge
before
order
you
by going
leave.
to ridge.com/deadmeat and using code deadmeat at checkout. Will this blockbusting beast
And
make
next up.
fish food of our cross-cultural cast of characters? Let's
Shall we
find
find
out
out?
and get to the kills.
Well, all I can say is we're gonna be in for a rough time. Actually, kind of curious to see what's gonna happen. Like, this is actually one of those action movies I don't think Zoran's ever or James actually ever covered. He's done this. Why not Maximum Overdrive? It's still a Stephen King film, so you expect some horror. Come on, it's electronics coming to life and killing people. Why not? Oh, I don't think he's gonna like the doggo getting like killed with the police car. You know the one. Well, anyway, let's see what happens when Jason Statham goes against a Megalodon. Here's to the kills.
The movie begins with a
I did
deep-sea
this.
rescue in the the Philippine Trench. Deep-sea diver Jonas Taylor and his bros are too late to save the 6 dead crewmen on board, killed by whatever wrecked this sub. My guess, a Meg. He eventually finds a survivor, but his transporting is hampered by a knock-knock on the hull. Jonas makes it back to the USS Savior Ass, but his fellow rescuers Marks and D'Angelo are trapped by a busted hatch. They beg him to come back, but he makes a difficult decision and leaves them behind, right before they're killed when the submarine blows up thanks to the mystery monster. Tough call, Jonas, but you did the right thing.
What have you done?
What did he
do?
What? He fucking saved your ass. Did you not see how that sub
If
became
you
an
got back, you
underwater
all got
fireball
blown up.
2 seconds after you left? 5 years later, we're at the Mana 1, a research station 200 miles off the coast of Shanghai, which has such a cool
would've gotten
skyline,
another.
I wasn't sure if it was real or not. It is. Great skyline, Shanghai. Mana 1 is a family business. It's run by Dr. Minwei Zhang and his daughter, oceanographer Su Yin, who also has her 8-year-old Mei Ying aboard. The whole operation
sure
is
why the
funded by
kid's here,
American
but-
billionaire Jack Morris, played by Rainn Wilson, a 2-time kill count
cooties.
vet who's no stranger to
And
marine
how's the
biology.
corpse?
Behold! Fish boy! Oh my god!
Through Morris's introductions, we get a rundown on the Mana 1 team, the Mana 1ers. There's punky engineer Jax, comic relief drone pilot DJ, and station chief Mac, who's honestly just a cool guy. It's all hands on deck today since Mana 1 is launching the Origin, a submarine manned by, hey, wait, more characters, pilot Lori and science buds Toshi and The Wall. Those two have a sophomoric sense of humor.
We are a go for insertion.
Hey.
She said insertion.
Insertion?
Lots of quirky characters and kill count vets abound here. Jessica McNamee was Sonya Blade in the new Mortal Kombat, where I think she did great. Detroit's own Paige Kennedy, was in
hey.
Leprechaun Back to the Hood, and
Good to see
Cliff
you again,
Curtis
Paige.
was in Deep Rising and Dr. Sleep. The Mana 1 is here in the Mariana Trench because they think they can get even closer to the
First try.
planet core. Hit us with the jargon, Zhang.
What we think is the bottom might actually be a layer of hydrogen sulfide.
Don't know what that is, but hey, an even deeper blue sea awaits. And to prove it, they're sending in live human beings. Y'all don't want to start with an unmanned
Where's the
mission or
drone?
nothing? The Origin successfully penetrates
Hey.
the thermocline, which is a word they use a lot in this movie.
Thermocline. Thermocline.
Thermocline.
If you're about to look it up like I had to, don't worry, I got you. It's a steep temperature gradient in a body of water where it quickly goes from one temperature to another. That means they've entered a warm water environment that the thermocline has kept separated from the rest of, science. The place looks like the Finding Nemo submarine.
Yeah, basically a
It's
thermal
got
barrier.
sunwreckers and everything. Many of the movie's underwater shots were done by Sony Pictures Imageworks, a visual effects and animation studio probably best
Look at
known
that,
for its
Into the
work on the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse films, and also literally every other Spider-Man movie. Damn. The supervisors did
Damn,
tons of
thank you,
research to
Imageworks.
make these sequences look as accurate as possible.
We even shot lens grids underwater so that we could see how the depth of the water would distort.
To populate their underwater environments, they used an in-house program called Sprout, which allowed them to paint with pre-made models.
So I could literally sit down with our great artists and say, I want some kelp here, just in front of the camera there. Okay, let's go deep. I want to see a nice silhouette of this type of coral.
It's actually pretty damn.
Everyone high fives in the name of science. Yeah, science. But before they can pop the champagne bottles, a blip shows up on their radars.
Speak.
Oh, it's huge.
The crew is soon battered out of control by a creature, and they lose contact with the Mana 1. Right before they lost the connection, Lori said something to the crew.
Jonas was right!
Seeing as how she's his ex-wife, those words hold a lot of weight. Jonas has been beach bumming it up in Thailand, having lost his career after telling tales of sea monsters. We re-meet him, soaked in sun and booze, while a Thai cover of Hey Mickey plays, which I'm pretty sure was made for this movie. Mac and Zhang helicopter in and do the action movie song and dance with him. Though he and Mac are bros, Jonas says that he's retired. They then play him a tape of his ex-spouse saying he was right, and that's enough to change the mind of any drunk divorcee. Not everyone's excited.
Well, to be fair, he was right. Favorite accident, and you force him to retire? Like, come on, man. At this point, I would have been like, look, best agent, I'm gonna keep you on, but take the monster talk to yourself. You don't have any proof of that, just, okay? Like I said, probably keep him on, but again, just make sure he tones it down. We can't have, like, too many people, like, talking about monsters, which I get, but still, get rid of your best agent. Way to go, Doc, which I'm pretty sure was the guy in the sub, but
excited for Jonas's return. Dr. Heller, the station's medical chief, was part of his old rescue team. You know the guy.
What have you done?
Dude's still beating the same old drum, which is what cost Jonas his career.
Left our friends to die because he had pressure-induced psychosis.
He convinces Su Yin that Jonas can't be trusted, so when the Origin takes another hit and Lori sustains a major OSHA oopsie, Su Yin decides to attempt the rescue on her own, which feels irresponsible since Jonas arrives literally 15 minutes later.
Su-Yin took a glider 15 minutes ago.
He quickly takes stock of the crew. He's not an Office fan, but he does dig Jax.
You look like you might actually know what you're doing.
Of course she does, dude. She's too sweet! And, you know, kinda looks like she came out of a Matrix video game. Jax is played by Ruby Rose, who first broke through with Orange is the New Black. Jonas leaves to follow in the evolution. Or,
gonna say, is that
the Captain
name
Bubbles.
Ruby Rose
At
now?
least that's according to Mei Ying, who just says the darndest things.
You must be the crazy guy.
Mei Ying's precocious, but in a cute, likable way.
Oh, yeah, that's
Plus,
not for me.
Jason Statham's
my bad.
great acting against
Wrong
her.
Ruby.
Their scenes are adorable. Su Yin discovers the sunken Origin, and good thing, Toshi's been writing a goodbye letter to his wife. Damn, that's bleak. Before she can attempt a rescue, her Gungan Bongo gets pinballed around by a deep-sea beastie. It's a giant squid, and it looks awesome.
Hello, Kraken.
Sorry, Squiddy, there's always a bigger fish.
Megalodon.
With her glider too squid humped to be of any use, Su Yin is forced to return to the surface, leaving Jonas to
Yeah, I had to
lone
use
wolf
a
the rest
thermal.
of the mission. He successfully attaches to the Origin, but
let's go.
maybe takes a bit too long bantering with his ex.
Tell me this isn't the world's best I told you so.
You came all the way here just to tell me that, didn't you?
Pretty much.
Come on, let's go.
Alright, G2, enough with the battle of the sexes. Let's get a move on. You are at the bottom of the sea, and, you know, the world. Sure enough, the Meg starts to circle
Meg's
back
coming in.
around to attack. With time running out and no powers at his disposal, Toshi stuffs his letter in the wall's back pocket and decides to be a hero. He sacrifices himself, detaching the Origin and distracting the Meg so his teammates can escape. It's actually pretty sad when the Meg takes him out. Damn, man. If only they had had more time.
Tell me this isn't the world's best I told you so.
The filmmakers made an effort to differentiate the Meg from previous on-screen sharks like Bruce.
The single most important thing for me was that it wasn't just a scaled-up great white shark.
They took cues from the Meg's deep-sea environment, giving her gnarly, knobbly skin and a brown mottled color, and extra gills to account for low oxygen levels. They also took some liberties with her size. While scientists estimate megalodons were around 60 feet based on fossilized teeth, movie Meg spans closer to 75. Jonas gets his ex-wife to the medical wing and pretty much out of this movie. And while Su Yin initially blames him for Toshi's death,
You left him because that's who you are. You are the guy who leaves people behind.
she quickly comes
have a
around to
choice.
apologize and get an eyeful of ripped-ass Jason Statham. How's it going, shawty? Damn it, at 51? Great work, man. Same to Li Bingbing, who's only 13 years younger than her in-movie dad, then 56-year-old Winston Chow. Su Yin likes what she sees, and thus begins her quest to get that Statham D. Bingbing is seriously great, and so likable in these lighthearted scenes. Sucks that her bigger US showcases weren't exactly well received. The Man of One team
Yeah, well, what are you
regroups
gonna
now
do?
that they've discovered a prehistoric animal thought to have been extinct for 2 million years. In light of Toshi's death, they agree to proceed with caution, but Morris wants to charge ahead like a regular J. Bruce Ismay. After the $1 billion he's spent on this place, he wants them to capture a Meg. Jonas quints at him and tells him to shut up.
Man versus Meg isn't a fight. It's a slaughter.
Mei Ying's walking around in a Vanellope kind of getup when she learns that the Meg has followed them upstairs. Not sure if a shark can just kind of tread water like that, but whatever. Cool shot. Turns out the explosion that killed Toshi also triggered a thermal vent, creating a temporary opening that allowed the Meg to escape.
Are you saying we opened up a superhighway for giant sharks?
It's true. The Man of One's,
Yeah, and also, I think if I remember correctly, there were some other sharks that came through. That from how the beat, I think there was about a couple more. 3 at least, I think. Remember, you had 2 fake outs. One with a shark, one with a whale, but no. Remember, we're only counting kills here, so you already seen how to beat it, so moving on.
Science computer yells at them and they take a boat to investigate the signal. They find fish bodies and boat parts aplenty, since these were illegal shark poachers. I guess the Meg's become an eco-terrorist. No corpses to speak of, but I will add this scrap from the Meg's plate to the count. The big girl's still Moby
guess
dicking
that's how we
around,
said
so
it.
the crew devises a plan to tag her with a tracker. Actually, Morris comes up with the idea. While antagonistic, he and Keller both have human moments. Hell, Keller even apologizes to Jonas. That's nice. Nice. Since a boat's vibrations will summon the Megalodon, Su-Yin reasons that only a solo swimmer can get close. Obviously, Jonas volunteers to do it, so he swims out like everything's hunky-dory.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Despite a water bobbing jump scare, Jonas manages to tag the she-shark. Then it comes after him as the team tries to reel him in. Damn, this dude's getting keel-hauled like he fell off his skis, but his drunk friends didn't notice. It's a great little action sequence. I love it. Production shot the cable scene in the Hauraki Gulf in New Zealand. Stunt coordinator Alan Poppleton dragged Statham using a rig built on the side of a boat, which had a crane and camera crew aboard to film him. While Turtletaub enjoyed shooting on the open water, it meant massively downsizing his crew and being at the mercy of unpredictable weather. As a result, production built a huge water tank in New Zealand that allowed them to keep the actors safe and, you know, actually see them underwater. With the tracker in place, the team moves on to the next part of their plan, which involves a harpoon pumped full of poison. Because of her, I don't know, biology experience, Su-Yin volunteers to be an ordinary hero and administer the shot. She also volunteers to humor Jonas's humiliation kink. While she's protected inside a polycarbonate shark cage, it doesn't stop the Megamouth from trying to swallow it whole. It's up to Jonas to get naked again and save her, and a tug-of-war soon sends the crew in after him. Jax is in the water. The wall is in the water. Everyone's in the water. The movie's aquatic setting was a challenge for the cast, who had to go through a 1-week water safety course with the stunt team. It was a necessary precaution. Some shoot days would see them spending up to 8 hours in the water.
I've never been so tired after a day of acting before.
Luckily, Jason Statham's background as a diver allowed him to do some of his own stunts, adding even more to his badassery.
You know what's really fun? Watching Jason Statham.
Su-Yin manages to dose out the Megacin, but damages her oxygen mask in the scuffle. She's speedrunning the entire plot of 47 meters down when Jonas shows up to give her the Casino Royale treatment. He manages to save her in another great sequence right before the cage is pulled down into the murky depths. They almost get snatched by the beast from below, but an improvised trap holds her off long enough for the poison to kill the shark. Su-Yin requires slow-motion CPR to save her. Whew, that was close.
You were dead a minute ago.
We count that.
Besides, she's only been out long enough for the team to truss up the catch of the day, just like Jaws. Also, just like Jaws, Jonas realizes this isn't the right shark. I mean, we're only halfway through the film, which means there must be another Meg.
A what?
Another Meg, motherfucker! A bigger one that swallows the Wallow's whole as it jumps up and destroys their boat. What did I tell y'all about there always being a bigger fish? You really should have brought a bigger boat. The movie's titular terror was created by Scanline VFX, who won a Scientific and Technical Academy Award for its proprietary fluid simulation software, Flowline. That's probably why they worked on so many water-heavy movies like Aquaman, 2012, and Wakanda Forever. Scanline worked with the film's VFX supervisor, the aptly named Adrian DeWitt. A ton of research went into this thing, including shark swim cycles and muscle movements.
The more you get the science right, the more you draw them in with the truth, the more real things get, so therefore the more frightening it is.
I think the end...
I mean, you gotta admit, like, looking at this, you definitely feel like, holy crap, that's an actual Megalodon. Which, I mean, considering what they're working with, they definitely got a big one. Not too sure if the sequel's out, but man, I gotta check. Like I said, I've heard about a sequel, but I'm not too sure. Okay, got a trailer, yeah. I'm actually, it's 4th. Well, 5th, 31st. Eight more days. Or 7 more days. So about a week. So, pretty interesting. Oh, other than that, Lee Bing and Jason Statham's coming back. Okay. Still, you gotta admit, that's actually pretty dope. Anyway, moving on.
The result is truly spectacular. Zhang takes a gnarly hit during the capsizing, which is a problem, since the doctor is out in the water with Jax. You gotta be more careful, Jax. The Meg starts making her way towards the pair, so Heller decides to make a big splash and sacrifice himself. Jax, you wanna move or just tread water and scream? Oh, okay, now she's back to the boat. Alright. Mac manages to get to some lifeboats, but unfortunately, it's too late for Dr. Zhang. He dies of his injuries before they can reach help. Jonas finds Su-Yin in mourning later, and the two bond over their Meg-related trauma. understand how hot they both are. Morris announces that he's dismissing the crew, claiming to have turned the problem over to the Chinese government. In reality, Morris plans on killing the Meg himself with some homemade depth charges. And why, you might ask? Would he not alert the military to a giant prehistoric sea monster?
Every person that gets maimed or killed by that thing is a potential lawsuit.
All right, business! Morris goes fishing with a team of mercenaries, and thanks to the tracker, they're able to tap and even double tap a big behemoth boy. But turns out this was just a whale. In the ensuing panic, Morris falls out of his boat and is left behind by his crew, who is either highly trained to only look forward, or hey, maybe they just don't like the guy. The Meg rears her head for a bite full of blubber, and while it seems like Morris might make it for a mo, a second serving puts an end to the fishy billionaire. Let's give him a hand for that misdirection. Back on the Man of One, Jonas is given dating advice by his ex-wife and an 8-year-old child.
This is possibly the worst moment of my life.
They both tell him to pursue Su Yin, but maybe not right now, since the crew just found out Morris never called the authorities. That means they'll have to hunt the Meg themselves. The team tracks the shark's course to Sanya Bay. No, not Sonya Bay, Lori. It's a real-life tourist beach on the southern coast of Hainan in the South China Sea. Gotta be honest, this is not my kind of beach. It's way too crowded. At this point, it's just people soup. Oh wait, never mind. That human hamster ball seems pretty dope. One husky son and his mom remind me of the Kittner boy in Jaws, especially later when she's looking for him in the chaos. We also see a banana boat, possibly a reference to Jaws the Revenge. And at a wedding party, the bride's pooch is named Pippin. It's a reference to Pippet the dog, who was eaten off screen in Jaws and completely ignored in my kill count. I don't count dogs. Pippin decides it's time to start living, but in just no time at all, she sees she's not doggy paddling on the right track. She gets swept up as the Meg makes her entrance. Oh my god. She enters Buffet Bay, where some chains knock off her tracking chip. She ends up dragging a rafter free. Crashes and keel hauls commence. Before long, all hell breaks loose, and the Meg starts getting her chomp on. It may not be as bad as Piranha 3D, but this was still pretty hard to count. In the end, I can only conclusively count 3 kills here. 2 people who get eaten on a raft, and another swimmer who the Meg has as dessert. Ball Guy tries to flee, damn the pedestrians, but the Meg chases him down and puts a pin in his getaway plan. Before things get more kill county, a group of stragglers are saved when the Man of One team gets close enough and plays some whale noises. The Meg veers off for a bigger meal, somehow not drowning everyone with its tail. Piloting underwater gliders, Jonas and Su Yin bait and switch the behemoth, with Jonas taking heavy damage in the process. Their torpedo tactics attract the attention of some nearby news crews. Unfortunately, one of the pilots doesn't keep his eye on the sky and crashes into another helicopter, sending fiery bits raining down on the ship. Once again, everyone's back in the pool. What is this, our 3rd boat disaster?
Stop splashing! You have a life jacket on.
A life jacket?
Yep.
I love this little scene between DJ and Mei Ying. Actors Paige Kennedy and Sophia Kai were both novice swimmers going into production, and it seems like they had a very sweet on-set relationship.
Paige says that he is saving me like a joke, and then I said, I'm saving you. Actually, we're both kind of saving each other.
Su Yin resurfaces to help her waterlogged friends, but has run out of rockets to keep the Meg at bay. Jonas decides to go mano a mego and leads the shark away from the group. Using a piece of his broken glider, he makes like a ghost face and
disembowels him.
Don't you like that? Please.
The Meg quickly munches through Jonas's glider, but he counters with an ice tap from a piece of the wreckage. The movie cranks it to 11 when Jonas rides the Meg as it reaches the surface and finishes stabbing her mid-air. Hell yeah! Jason Statham actually did this stunt practically, which is fucking insane. But changes to the shot required Scanline to replace him with a digi-double. The Statham stand-in looks fantastic, with detailing down to the stubble on his face and head. I also found it awesome that they animated the entire space and then were able to move the so-called camera through it to get a different shot. Science is cool. Miraculously, the big fish still has some bite left in her, but the scene becomes a feeding frenzy as sharks of all sizes arrive to eat the Meg from the inside out. The queen is dead! Viva la revolution! One hungry hammerhead turns his attention towards Jonas, but he's rescued by some timely intervention from Su Yin. They meet up with the rest of the crew.
Let's get out of the shark
festival. By that wedding party. And most importantly of all, Pippin survived!
Hey, puppy!
He's got magic to do. The team finally relaxes with some drinks and trauma blankets. And the movie ends with, Finn. Okay,
I get it.
Got a laugh out of me. How many chumps became chum for the count? Let's find out and get to the...
Oh, jeez!
Oh my god, it's a Meg! Help! Please send help!
That's the last I heard from James. He's stuck trying to get to the numbers. And you're the only one who can write him out of it.
So you want me
To write
Want me
it
to
to
do
the
that?
numbers bit to save James. Sure, I'll come out of retirement.
I'm on it.
As long as I get another season of They Talk.
All right. Deal.
Ooh.
Now save him.
They talk. I'm gonna get on that, actually.
Interior kill count set. James is writing a letter to Chelsea while Zoran continues this more Australian than British accent.
Dear Chelsea, please make sure that Lucy and Molly get plenty of pets after I'm gone.
All right, false alarm. There's no Meg or anything. All right, just calm down. Get to the numbers.
Zoran, Chelsea, what are you guys doing here?
Well, this one here said that I was the only one that could write it to the numbers bit to save you, and that's what I did.
Well, thank you. Wait, what'd you promise him for this?
Another season of They Talk?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that works. How's November sound?
That sounds like a goddamn plan!
Hey! Yeah, the whole...
Oh, yeah, I should probably...
Right, of course. Go, go, go.
Thanks.
It'll be a while before that strike ends.
So nice not wearing pants.
What?
Shorts. You're fine.
I counted 21 kills in the Meg, with the victims consisting of 18 men, 2 women, and 1 unknown arm. That gives us this deep blue pie chart. Disregarding gender breakdown, this kill count was seen 4 times before on this show. With a runtime of 113 minutes, that left us with a kill on average every 5.38 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to the hamster ball guy. It's not the bloodiest kill in the movie.
Excuse me, pardon me, sorry, screw you
Probably why
all.
they played it up in the trailers. Double machete for lamest kill will go to Dr. Minwei Zhang, killed by random boat debris before he could make it to the climax of the film. And that's it. The Meg came out in 2018. To cover up an editing problem, I'm gonna mention our merch at deadmeatstore.com. We're always updating it, so go buy stuff. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching.
I wonder what happened that it was like, oops, edit mistake, that's the merch. Oh, that was actually kind of fun, but now I'm gonna have to rewatch They Talked before the next season comes out, which, yeah, considering that strike's going on, I think it's gonna be a while. I should still find some time to do it, you know? It'll be a disservice. Hope you guys enjoy that one. Till next time, like, subscribe for more. See ya!